Well, as per VMware Lab, this is something accessing the iSCSI storage, check the configuration and all. But we are going to do beyond that. All right. So, well, before we start it, let me just give you the brief of the actual environment. When we say the actual environment, it means is where you will be having kind of SAN storage or iSCSI SAN, it could be, right? So that time your part is very, very, very limited. But yes, uh, some of the tasks still you have to perform. All right. So, so if in case we are requesting for kind of FC SAN storage, then what would be your job? What would be your job for FC SAN storage? So let me just quickly draw the picture that we have discussed last time. In case of these are my ESXi hosts. All right. Started the recording. Yes. And these are my ESXi hosts. These are my FC switches. These are my another FC switch. HBA, HBA, HBA. And this is my storage. These are my storage controllers. All right. So only the thing I have to share with storage team WWN numbers. All right. And the WWN number will have two things, node name and port name. All right. That's all detail we have to give, and they will do rest of the job for us. And what we need to do only go particular host, scan your storage adapters. All right. Then you will see our role run and go ahead and create the data store. Okay. And and if we draw a topology for the iSCSI environment, so in this case these would be my iSCSI. Yeah, that's iSCSI adapter that we have discussed that day. That is, one is iSCSI HBA, one is iSCSI NIC, and second is simple NIC. Third was second simple NIC. When we say HBA, we by default have IQN number. We don't want to create anything, just to discover the just to give the details of IQN numbers again to storage teams, so they will do that mapping for us and ask for the LUN, and again the LUN will be present and we will convert into data store, right? But in case of it is iSCSI NIC, we have to create VM kernel, map with this NIC. But if we simply using the NIC, simple NIC, that's no iSCSI protocol so far. We have to create a iSCSI VM kernel. We have to map with a software iSCSI adapter that we have to create. And again, we have to map it with the actual NIC. That's all we need to perform on ESXi host, so that this VM kernel will provide you an IP address. This adapter will have an IQN number, and this all together go outside with the help of my actual NIC, physical NIC, no iSCSI protocol. The iSCSI facility we are providing from configuring VMK and iSCSI software-based adapter. All right. So once you'll make a request on your short side on IQN number, you have to search the targets. Target means is when you will search the target, it will ask you for the target IQN number or target IP address. And then you have to perform this activity for all of the ESXi host. And from any of the host, you need to convert, like once LUNs will be present, after you will request to target, you have to rescan your HBA. Once you will rescan, then you will click add. Under rescan, it will show you the device paths automatically. If device path is come, it means that you are able to access the LUNs, those being created onto the storage side. Okay. And from the ESXi host, go ahead and just from one of the ESXi host provision the provision the data store. That would be by default, because the path is already being shared, and this LUN and this any of the LUN will present as a data store. All right. Production point of view, will always use the shared data store to take the facility in case we are making some cluster and all, right? So hope we are clear. If you have some question, please let me know before I'll move ahead. Are we good? Yes, no?
Yes.
All right. Bit loud, bit loud, bit loud.
So this you told us, sir, HPA, NIC, these
Mhm.
things little bit confusing for me.
Yeah, so these are from iSCSI side actually, okay? So when we go for iSCSI SEN topology, so iSCSI adapters, when you go in the market, there is 3 categories. So one is the direct iSCSI HBA, okay? So those HBA have all the details related to
Sir, sorry
your
to interrupt you.
yeah.
Actually, all these things are in one picture. That's the reason he is confusing.
So
So
till
can you please make?
here it was FC, all right, FC SEN.
Can
So
you sorry? Can you make a two picture? I think it will be more clear.
are you
If
clear
possible.
till FC SEN?
Sir,
Are you clear till this fiber channel SEN? We are good with that.
the left side I was clear, sir, but the right side, which was that is bit confusing.
So the first part we discussed about FC SEN, right? But if my protocol is iSCSI, in this case, better let me just draw a picture, or I can take a help of another picture that is already there. In case of it is iSCSI, this will be like this. iSCSI case, this will be host always need to initiate the request, but once host will initiate the request, for that there is different categories of interface cards, iSCSI adapter cards. There's 3 category of iSCSI adapter. One is iSCSI HBA, that is the iSCSI HBA. To this HBA we can give directly IP address, and it will have its IQN number as well. Another category is iSCSI NIC. iSCSI NIC have initiator and all, but we have to this NIC driver and all, it's inbuilt my VM kernel. We have to just create a VM kernel and map it. And third category, this simple NIC, there is no iSCSI protocol, then all part will taken care by my ESXi host. It will create an initiator with software adapter and TCP IP address, NIC driver. All things will taken care by hypervisor layer, and NIC will be only passing my traffic, right? So like if you'll see here the same diagram, just a small diagram I'm trying to make here. These are my ESXi host, these are my storage switches, and these are my storage controller. All right. Okay, so in this case I am talking about this. There is two. Okay, there is two. All right. So I'm talking about this adapter. It could be a direct iSCSI HBA. Okay, it will have inbuilt IQN number, and also we can give an IP address also. Same way to this target, it have IQN number, and also we can give an IP address. All right. So another category of this card is iSCSI NIC, where iSCSI NIC we can configure the IQN number also. We can give TCP IP offload. All right. And third category is this NIC. This is my simple NIC, no iSCSI protocol. So this iSCSI protocol, the iSCSI work will be done by hypervisor itself. We will have a simple physical NIC. We have to create a VM kernel port. We have to create iSCSI adapter, software-based iSCSI adapter. All right, software-based. It will map to this. It will map to this. So in this case, to this adapter, there would be an IQN number, and to my VM kernel port, there would be an IP address. So these things I am doing on hypervisor layer. This is blue is hypervisor, and I'm only passing it through the physical NIC so that I can reach to the storage switch and all. So once my initiator will be ready, I will make a request to the target. Target is my storage controllers. Okay. Once I'll make the request of target, so at the target side, like for example, this is my target IQN number. At the target side, the number of source IQN number will be available. Whatever LUN will be mapped, that will be visible to all my source. Source is my initiators here. All right.
Is sir, like this three is there, no, sir? You told like three category. Like any category we will choose, or we need to do three categories, sir?
No. These are three types.
Three types.
Any of one will be available.
Yes.
Okay.
Like they use, like they will request.
If you are good to spend too much money, you are okay. Go with HBA, go with the storage switches and okay. If you are not capable to purchase HBA, only the NIC, but again NICs are iSCSI NIC, special type of NIC. These are not normal interface card. Okay. But if still yes, sir, I don't have too much budget, I don't want to spend too much, but still I want. So simple NIC, simple network IP configuration, TCP IP, it is your simple NIC. So all these initiator, TCP IP NIC driver, that you will take help from ESXi. Okay. But definitely there would be performance impact. It would be the highest performance. Okay. Because everything is inbuilt in HBA. And when we say HBA, HBA comes in FC, and FC cables is always faster as compared to your Ethernet cables.
Okay. Right? Sir, in real time, how this works, sir? Which one they will prefer?
Any.
HBA?
There is three types. I tell you, it's all depends upon customer to customer. They can use any of them.
Okay.
But as I said, fast, faster, fastest.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Fast, faster, fastest. Cheap, cheaper, cheapest. Cost, costlier, costest. Okay, these are the factors.
Okay.
All right. However, in FC-SAN, it is a simple. There is nothing. FC is HBA. That's it. FC topology, we don't have any different kind of adapter. FC means only HBA. That's it. We clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Good to hear it. So these are the advantages of, doing live classes. So here in VMware lab, they are just saying to configure iSCSI adapter and all, but we are going to do this lab in very much detail. So we will install a OpenFiler appliance because it's a lab. In lab, we cannot bring up the actual SAN storage. A OpenFiler is a software-defined kind of appliance that provides software storage services, iSCSI storage services. All right. So first, we will deploy that. We will configure that. Then on iSCSI, on ESXi host, we will configure the iSCSI adapter, VM kernel adapter, map it, and we will create LUNs here. And yes, this would be access it as a LUN, create data store, extend and expand the LUNs, and also my data store. So this lab we will do end to end. All right. So what we have in the environment for this lab, purpose, because in lab we can't bring the actual storage. All right. So we have a OpenFiler as an appliance. It is my storage appliance. All right. in this storage, this is my, here, I will use it for iSCSI send. iSCSI send. When I would say iSCSI send, there would be some iSCSI target will be defined. And by using that target, whatever storage I will provision here, that will be presented in the form of LUN. All right. And the available ESXi host, okay, they are talking over the network to this appliance. They will talk. Here I am going to configure the as per the previous slide, the simple NIC. I don't have any iSCSI NIC or adapter. The first one in the left, what slide I was showing you. Okay. So for that, what I will do, I will configure a VM kernel port for iSCSI storage. All right. I will configure the software-based adapter, iSCSI adapter. All right. That iSCSI adapter will having an IQN number. This will have an IP address. All right. And we are going to map it with some of the physical interface. Okay. Physical means my actual NIC that I'm using here. So there would be one VM kernel port. There would be one iSCSI adapter. iSCSI adapter will map to VMK and VMK will map to the physical NIC. We clear? And then we have to do same configuration for each and every host. And then we will request to my target. This is my target. So from each host, we will request to, like here is source. Source have its IQN number. Source will have its IP address. So from each source, we will call to target either on IQN number or on its IP address. So once it will be okay, paths will be okay, then there would be a shared LUN, and from any of the host, we will provision it as a data store. When it will be provision and data store, if we are going to create any of the VM near in future, so that's going to use this shared data store. Are we clear? Yes, no?
Sir, this storage appliance is like vCenter appliance. It's like same.
Yeah,
Yeah, like ISO file where.
Absolutely. That's where you are going to deploy. Don't worry about that. That's
Okay.
why I didn't touch that. You guys will deploy. That's a Linux based appliance actually.
Okay.
You guys deploy yourself. That's why I didn't deploy that. All right. So let me keep this topology for now. Who will take the control? I mean, some of the part will be done by one guy, another then. So this appliance I will deploy on my underlying host. Anyone, I'll instruct, don't worry about that. Don't need to afraid I am here. All right, so I will deploy that on my physical host. Anyone, yes, no? कोई तो बोलो भाई.
I will do now. Hello.
Yes,
sir,
you will?
Yeah.
All right. But follow my instruction. Don't go too much fast. Okay?
Okay. So, 1 minute.
Take your time. Till that, I am just logging in. So for your information, I have just uploaded the OpenFiler ISO inside this machine. Okay?
Answer.
Inside already ISO being uploaded here. And
Where I have to start, sir?
okay, Shiva, you can start now. Right click on virtual machines. Yeah.
VM, sir?
Yes, yes. Create a new virtual machine. Give the name OpenFiler. OpenFiler. Yeah. In guest OS family, second option, choose other. Select guest OS version. Come down, there would be other 64-bit. Yeah. Other 64-bit. Okay. Because that is not listed by default here. That's why I'm taking other as 64-bit. Next. Yeah, this is my base hard disk from where it will take the storage. Click next. Size we have to increase a little bit. Just put the CPU value to memory 8 GB. Hard disk one size 20 GB. Add one more hard disk. Add hard disk. Top left. Add hard disk. New 200 GB. 200. So one of the disk we will use only for installing the OpenFiler software, and second disk we will use further for providing storage to my ESXi host. All right. Expand the disk and create as thin. Select as thin. Yeah. Top one also. Thin. All right. Come down. Expand the CD DVD drive. Yeah. Select data store under host device. Go a little bit up. Little bit up. Yeah. Host. No. Come down. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. Here. Data store ISO file. Go to from the bottom third folder, ISO images. OpenFiler, top one. This is like storage appliance, sir? Yes, correct. This is my ISO file of my OpenFiler operating system. Okay, that's I'm mapping with this virtual machine. Select it. Next. So whoever join later, we are just deploying the OpenFiler appliance. Okay, just finish it. All right, so just allow me 1 second. I want to check. I have created the FQDN code for this, whatever the IP being used. I'm just logging in the domain controller. Just want to check what IP I have provided for this FQDN. Okay, just allow me few seconds. I'm pausing the recording for the compiler. IP is 20. However, it's not a mandatory requirement, but we have created an FQDN record. Okay. So can you just restore the screen, Shiva? Yeah, minimize it. Go back. All right. So click on OpenFiler. Yeah, oh no, middle pane itself. Middle pane. This is the one. All right. Power it on. Launch the console. And because my ISO is already there, it is in boot menu. Press enter. Just press enter key. It is being booted from the ISO, whatever I have given. Shall I press? Yes, sir. Okay. So it is just booting up. So this is only for the lab purpose. In real production environment, you will not get this, all right? Because that would be an actual storage. So here we cannot drag our mouse. We have to take just help of the keys. Already I'm doing next for now. US English is the language. So it is asking me, it will erase the data from all the disk. All fine. It's 2 disk, that's why it is showing me 2 times. So here we have to be a little bit curious. We just need to uncheck the second disk, because if we'll select both the disk, it will install the OpenFiler software itself, but we will uncheck from here because second disk we are going to use for assigning the storage. All right, so only we will take the first disk. Okay, got it? Click yes, it will erase all the data. IP address we are not giving by DHCP, we are giving it manually. I'm using just tab keys. Okay, tab key.
Okay.
So to this IP address is 2020, and yes, subnet mask is again /24. That's why we are giving .0, and we are not using IPv6. All right, click OK. This is the host name. If you want to set some host name, so we have create a record openfiler.vmlab.local. All right, and gateway for this would be again this one. DNS IP is 101. For now, we are not using any secondary DNS. We good so far? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next. So it is the time zone. So time zone, we should prefer to take Asia Kolkata. So I'm just pressing the arrow key, all right, because mouse will not work here. Oh, it is coming soon. Asia, Asia, Asia. Whenever Asia Calcutta will come, I will leave it. All right. So again, I am pressing the tab key and click next. All right. Why I'm taking Asia Calcutta? Because I'm considering the India time zone. However, in which time zone you would be, you have to use the same time zone. All right. So again, I'm putting the same password, whatever the standard one, capital VMWARE1 exclamation, and just by tab key, click next, click next. So it's being started to installing the OpenFiler entire operating system inside my virtual machine. All right. So meanwhile it is installing, just restore the screen and let's connect our ESXi host in our vCenter environment. Just restore the screen, Shiva. Shiva, you there?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So click on vCenter, the second tab. Where is my vCenter server? In browser, second tab. Shiva, you there?
Yes, sir.
No, not this one. One moment. Just allow me control.
Yes.
You leave it. अरे यार ये ब्राउजर ही तो हमें देखना था ना. Can you go on the right corner? You will leave the control. You just leave the control. So, okay. We have open in new window, not a problem. So I am just logging in inside the vCenter server. So for your kind information, these hosts being new one, all right? These are not the one which we are using in the previous labs, okay? These are the new build hosts. So first of all, this data center is here. Let me just connect the press another host, right click, add host. A23, go to this one. Let it continue for now. These are the hosts which we have created new. Let me just verify the IP 21. Then why it's abusing me for adding the 21 host? Add host. All right. Root and password is same. Okay, disable lockdown mode. This is being added in my data center. And let's add one more host here. The IP of the host is 22, or I can edit with FQDN also, okay? In real environment, it should be added by the fully qualified domain name. All right, guys. So now we have totally 3 hosts. Okay, 3 hosts are there. So let's create a cluster, new cluster. Cluster 01. Okay, I'm just enabling any HADRS feature. We need shared data store. That's what we are doing by OpenFiler. Okay, so I'm not enabling any feature so far. All right, so what I need to do is just need to move these hosts into a cluster. I have moved, but actually so far I'm not using any clustering feature. All right, so for enabling clustering and all, we required a vMotion VM kernel port. All right, so let me just create quickly the VM kernel port and networking. vSwitch is fine. VM kernel hyphen vMotion. VM kernel hyphen vMotion. Enable vMotion feature. All right. Same way for another host. Because when we enable HA feature, DRS and all, it's all things we need. All right. The vMotion, VM kernel, share data store. If that's not there, then we cannot enable the HA and DRS feature. So for now, by default, I am using vSwitch 0. vMotion. Are you guys with me? Am I doing right things?
Yes, sir. Sir, one doubt that the IP address you're giving in this, no, sir, that is already like given, no, sir, for other VM kernel. Can we give again, sir?
It's a fresh lab. I told you.
Okay.
It's a fresh lab. So the host being prepared as a fresh host now.
Okay.
Right? So you will not get any, like here also, adapter. Let me just add one more. Because that is being configured with vSAN cluster and all. So there was a lot of things being happen. That's why I'm using the fresh one. That's all thing you know now, right? Adapter and all. Okay. So let's go back and then check the status of our appliance. Where is that? Open Filer. Click on it. Yeah, it's almost done. But before that, let us just remove the ISO from it so that it should not boot with the same ISO. Uncheck it, save it, reboot it. Do we have Suresh in the call? No. Suresh is very casual. Okay, guys, so appliance being deployed. Now we have to browse it by using the HTTPS IP address with port number 446. All right. So just click on new window. HTTP. I am just logging in and I'll hand over to you. Okay. And you will do that. 20:::. HTTPS://20::446. All right. Yeah. It may take some time because it just boot in backend. Okay. So, or what you can do is it may be some networking. All right. So sometimes it's not accessed directly. So I am accessing it here inside the domain controller. I don't know whether gateway shows. Shiva, can you restore this screen once? Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure in Chrome some. All right, that's fine. So we'll do it from here only. So by default, username for OpenFiler is OpenFiler and password is password. No special character. Simple password. All right. So I'm logging inside it. This is my OpenFiler homepage. Okay. We good?
Okay.
So now from this homepage, first you go to services tab. You have the control. You see services beside account. Okay. Yes. And start iSCSI target service. Yes. Enable it and start it. Yes. Start the service. That's first task you need to perform. All right. So now go to volumes tab. The third tab, volumes tab. Under volume. So what we are going to do first of all, we have to identify the unallocated disk that we have reserved for using inside iSCSI target to create the LUNs. All right. So first of all, create physical volume. Yeah. Create volume group. Under create volume group, you just see this one. Create physical volume. Just click here. No, double click. Let me just click. All right. 1 second. One moment. Let me just. It's busy. It's come. So probably you could see the Dave SDA is being used for the this OpenFiler operating system. So we will use the no partition is available in SDB second disk. Okay, on second disk, no partition is available. All right. So from here, we are going to create a physical volume. Create as an physical volume. All right. Create as an so what it means is it is just identifying this disk as a physical volume so that we can further use it. Just click create. All right. So it means that is we have just identified this 200 GB disk that we are going to use further for create cut LUNs from it and shared with it. All right. Now you go back to volume group, right side, volume group. Yeah, click volume group. So as a next task is we are going to identify this physical volume in volume group. Just type volume group name VG1, capital V, capital G1, numeric 1. Select the physical volume. Yeah, come down. Yeah, add volume group. So as a next step, I have identified this physical disk in the volume group. Volume group means is using this space, I am going to create the new volume. All right. The volume is equal to LUN. Right side, again right side, add volume. Add volume. Add volume. So come down. Yeah, just yes. So just give the name. Okay, it's a name. You can type LUN0, LUN0. Yeah, volume description for VMware or something like that. Anything. Yeah. So below is the size. So size in MB. So I'll create first a 10 GB, 10 GB volume. So just under type smaller one. Just go in a text box, just type 10240. 10240. 10240 MB equals to 10 GB. File system. Click file system. Come down. Yes. Come down. Block. iSCSI FCETC. Yes. Create it. Create it. All right. So we have created a 10 GB LAN here that we will use to assign to the ESXi host, but still our task is not finished. Now go to system tab. System tab. System tab. Yeah. So under system tab, this is the IP, this whole, all right. Come down. This is the details of my, okay. So in network access configuration, we are telling, it's a kind of access control list. So we are allowing our subnet to access this share. Type name. Name could be your IP itself or your subnet. So you can type iSCSI storage, something like that, or you just type 10.0.0.0. That is also fine. But actually it is a name for ID 0. We are allowing the subnet. Type the same value here also. So what we are doing here? From here we are telling this iSCSI, this IP or this details should be accessible for this target network. Subnet mask 2225.0. Maybe from arrow you can select. Yeah, 22255. Come down. Yeah, 22255. Yes, this one. No. 255. Yes. All right. So type, under type, it should be share itself. Yeah, share. Update it. So what we are doing by this step, we are telling we are allowing this subnet to reach to this particular OpenFiler IP address. All right. Then volumes we have created, service we have created, access list we have given, and this. All right. So still go back to volume. We didn't configure any target so far. Go to volumes. Yeah, volumes. Right side, iSCSI target. Right. So just click add. Add it. So here we have, probably you could see a target IQN is created here, correct? A target IQN being created here. All right. So now we gonna map the LUN we have created in this with this target. So just click on next tab, LUN mapping. LUN mapping. Yeah. Create it. Click on map. Just map. Map. This one. Just 1 second. This is something. Yeah, it should be block you right through. Right. Read write mode. Just map it. So map means is I have mapped this particular LUN with this target ID, so that if anyone will try to call to this target, the available LUNs should be visible to that. All right. So under NACL, network access control list, the network details come here. I will say allow update. Now, under CHAP authentication, if I want to enable any authentication here, I can, but no, I'm not using any authentication so far. All right, so now my task is finished. What I created, I have created a LUN of 10 GB. I have created some target, storage, blah, blah configurations in my open filer. So now you can just restore this screen, Shiva. Just restore the screen. Yes, yeah. Minimize it. Just minimize the current. So let me take you back to the journey of the lab, what we were trying to achieve by this lab. So far, we have installed OpenFiler. We have configured iSCSI target storage and with few LUNs with iSCSI. So now we are on ESXi host. So we'll do the iSCSI configuration. All right. So first of all, with the host which are connected in vCenter server, what happens? With the vCenter servers, we have to create the VM kernel for iSCSI traffic. All right. So yeah, Shiva, you can start now. Add networking. Click add networking and just follow the same step we do for iSCSI kernel. Yeah. Select VM kernel. Use the same switch. Type VM kernel hyphen iSCSI. Yeah, take it. Next. Yeah, don't need to assign any, just give the IP address. Static IP 51. Okay, so maybe in the real environment, this could be another VLAN, could be another gateway. So according to that, you have to configure. Yeah, next, finish. Oh. Hello guys, I'm back, but unfortunately power cut here. So the lab will take some time to be back, all right? So the time being, I'm just